Yo, what is up, y'all? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Trevor, in case you haven't been here. So, I'm making this video because I want to talk about prioritizing yourself and putting yourself first, you know? I just think it's so important. Uh, for one, I think that you are the center of your reality. You are the center of your life. And your life really depends on you and your decisions and what you decide to do with it, you know, whatever you decide to make of it. A lot of times in life, we'll get so distracted and we'll get so caught up in what everybody else is doing, and we'll just get so caught up in this idea of popularity and mainstream. And I just feel like it doesn't have to always be that way, you know? Put yourself first. You should, whatever you think outside of that whole mainstream or popularity, you know, whatever you think, whatever are your true, genuine thoughts outside of that, I feel like you should prioritize and put that first before anything else, you know? So a lot of times we could just get, like I was saying earlier, so caught up in what's mainstream and what most people are doing or saying. But when you look at the reality of things, we all have our own lives, you know? We all have our own decisions to make, and we all have our own journey and our own destiny, you know? So when you're just going through life, you know, you don't want to put other people's thoughts and other people's opinions and other people's judgments and other people's ideas before yours, you know? And that's what I mean by, like, as in prioritize yourself, like put yourself first, you know? Put what you think is correct or right first, you know? And I'm not saying you can't take knowledge and, like, you know, from elders and stuff like that, but I just mean, like, as far as what you prioritize, you know, as far as what kind of lens you view life through, you know, your perspective, you know. And that's what I mean by you have to have the perspective of prioritizing how you feel, you know, prioritizing who you are, you know, prioritizing what you think is right versus wrong, you know, prioritizing who you want to be as a person in the world and just who you want to show up as, you know. Put you first. Always put you first. And I don't mean that in a narcissistic way or a stubborn way, but I mean that in a, once your cup is full, then you can share with others, you know? But there's no way you're going to be able to get to the point where you can share with others if you don't first fill your own cup up, you know? If you don't first put yourself, if you don't prioritize yourself first, you know? Because of course it's not all about you, but you get the point though, you know? And look at it like this. At the end of the day, the only person who can really make you happy, honestly, is yourself, you know? You're not going to find happiness outside of yourself. You're not going to find just happiness in general in any external thing, you know? Happiness only can really come from within, you know? That is something that you have to go within and find. You have to, like, just find that level of peace to where you can reach happiness, you know? But I feel like so much in our world, we try to find happiness and peace in external things. And that also goes back to what I was saying, prioritize yourself and put yourself first, you know? Because, yeah, like a lot of us, we try to find happiness in external things or just worldly, materialistic things, you know, like money, for an example, or it can even be clothes or cars or uh, whatever it is, jewelry, it is like whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Anything material, anything that is external, that is not connected to you. If that is your source of happiness, then that is not prioritizing yourself. That is not putting yourself first. Because true happiness, like I said, only comes from within. It does not come from anything outside of you. You are the source of that. And trust me, I know it's very, very easy to get caught up in worldly things and material things to find happiness, you know. It's very easy because this world is very tempting, but balance is healthy, of course, but also prioritizing yourself, putting yourself first. And even when it comes to like friendships and like relationships and dating, you know, even with friends, you can't allow friends or other people to make you lose a sense of who you are or what you prioritize, you know, or even your peace, you know. A lot of times also we could get friends and we could allow our friends to make us become something that we aren't, you know. And that's another way of, you know, also not prioritizing yourself, not putting yourself first, you know. Because your friendships and if you prioritize yourself and put yourself first, your friendships and your relationships would also be healthy because you were healthy in the inside. Because that's what putting yourself first and prioritizing your needs and wants look like. That's what having a healthy mind in a healthy space, you know, looks like. All right, so I changed spots because of the lighting, but and the sound, it was a little weird. But yeah, back to the topic of this video, prioritizing yourself and putting yourself first, because that is the most important thing you can do. Everything that you are seeking, everything that you want in life, you know, your goals, your achievements, all those things are not only really important to you and for you, but also those are the things that you should prioritize. For an example, if you have a passion in life, if you have something that calls your soul, something that you just naturally fell in love with, you know, because we all have this natural spark in life, you know, like something finds us somehow and it lights something in us, and it's honestly probably our soul, and that goes like on a deeper level, honestly, too. But I'm just saying, like, we all have that in life where something calls our soul to do, or something that we just naturally fall in love with. And that is an example of something that you should prioritize also. But putting yourself first will allow you to cultivate that spark, you know? Putting yourself first will allow you to work with that passion that you have or whatever, you know? Prioritizing yourself will give you space to work on that, because that is the most important thing for you, you know? Your gift or your purpose or your calling, you know, in life. And yeah, and I feel like it's all connected too, for sure. But always remember that you are the star, you know? You are the star of your universe, of your reality. So just knowing that information, you should learn to give yourself space to grow and to learn, because learning for sure never stops, you know? You should never stop learning. As long as you're learning, you're growing, and you're moving. So don't stop learning. But yeah, that's also connected to, there's a little fly right there. That's also connected to what I was saying, as you are the star, you are the center of your reality, of your universe, you know? So put yourself first, prioritize yourself, you know? Take care of yourself. Take care of your mental health, your physical health, your spiritual health. All right, guys, the last thing I want to say about prioritizing yourself and putting yourself first is this one thing. Whatever in life you're trying to achieve, and this is completely up to you, you know, so whatever that it may be for you, whatever that looks like, whatever your goals are, you know, like I was saying earlier, your passions, whatever that is for you, learn to discipline your mind and have like tunnel vision almost, and just stay focused on prioritizing your goal, your end goal, what you're trying to achieve, you know? So whatever that may be, discipline your mind to a point where you can stay focused. And this goes back into prioritizing yourself. Like I was saying, it's easy in life to be pulled and swayed all over the place by in different directions and by different things, you know? But if you can train your mind to stay focused and to have tunnel vision on what you're trying to achieve and accomplish, then I promise you, you will reach that end goal. I promise you. But it takes a certain level of discipline, of course. That's what I mean. Like, you have to discipline your mind to stay focused on reaching your end goal, on what you're trying to achieve. It takes it takes work, and it takes strong discipline, but it's definitely possible. And if you can do that, you can pretty much achieve anything. And this goes back into what I was talking about earlier. There's nothing that you can't do, you know? You are the star. You are the center of your reality, of your universe. You can create whatever you want. Focus your mind on what you're trying to create and continue to keep putting energy and manifesting it, you know? All right, so I hope I could help some of you guys with some of this information and knowledge that I gave you. I think I'm gonna end this video here. I'll be making more videos, pretty much like a lot coming pretty soon, you know. I know I've took a long break, but we're for sure gonna be back with videos. Thank you for watching. Peace.